Good morning, students. Physics, chapter number 4, motion in a plane, continue. Yes, in last lecture we have discussed about algebraic method, analytical method for vector addition. Okay, and yes, if vectors are given in terms of component, then how to find vector addition, that we have already discussed. Now in this lecture we will study if vectors are given in form of magnitude and direction, not in components. Not in components. If vectors are given in terms of magnitude and direction, then how to find the resultant vector? Okay, see, we have one question. Find the resultant vector of three vectors shown in figure. You are given x, y coordinate system, origin, and yes, you are given three vectors, vector A, vector B and vector C. See, data you have to identify from figure. Data you have to identify from figure. You are given total three vectors A, B and C with their magnitude and direction. With their magnitude and direction. Okay, now see, we will study about this. Okay, what is magnitude and direction for vector A? See, first of all, for vector A, here it is. It is vector A. See, 10 meter means it is its magnitude. And this 30 degree, this vector A is making with positive x-axis. Vector A is making angle 30 degree with positive x-axis. Clear about this? Then what is magnitude of vector A? 10. What is direction of vector A? 30 degree. Okay, so see, for vector A, its magnitude is given A is equal to 10 and its direction we are given theta is equal to 30 degree. Clear about this? So how to identify theta? Vector A, its magnitude 10 and its direction is 30 degree. Now, what is analytical method? In analytical method, we have to find resultant vector R. Okay, yes, resultant vector is R is equal to Rxi plus Ryj, where what is Rx? R is x component of resultant vector and is equal to sum of x component of given vectors. Here you are given three vectors A, B and C. So what is method? First of all, we will find components of each and every vector. Find x and y component of A, find x and y component of B, find x and y component of C. Okay, and from Ax, Ay, Bx, By and Cx, Cy, we will find resultant vector. Okay, so see here, for vector A, magnitude A is equal to 10, its direction theta is equal to 30. So simple, its two components, Ax is equal to, you know equation, A cos theta. Yes or no? Yes. That is equal to, it is, what is value of A? A is 10. Cos theta means cos 30. It is cos 30. Yes, you know what is value of cos 30? Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. It is 10 into cos 30 means root 3 by 2. Okay, if you perform this root 3 by 2, its answer is 0.8660. So it is 10 into 0.8660. Okay, then your answer is, it is 8.6. Clear about this? Okay, now what is value of Ay? Ay is equal to A sin theta. Ay is equal to A sin theta. What is value of A? 10 sin 30 degree is equal to 10. What is value of sin 30? It is 1 by 2 is equal to, it is 5. Is equal to, it is 5. Clear about this? Yes, this vector A, its unit is in meter, so I can write this unit in meter. Clear about this? Clear about this? Okay, so yes, for vector A, Ax and Ay. Now similarly you have to find for vector B. Okay, see, for vector B. Chalo, for vector B, see here it is Vector B. What is its magnitude? It is easy to understand. Its magnitude is 6. Its magnitude B is equal to 6 meter. Its magnitude B is equal to, it is 6 meter. Okay. What is its direction? What is its direction? Its direction theta is equal to. See here. This vector B is parallel to x-axis. And see, it is in horizontal direction. When vector is parallel to x-axis, yes, its angle with respect to x-axis is 0. Its angle with respect to x-axis is 0. Okay, because this vector B is parallel to x-axis. Or we can say, see, this vector A is in direction of x. This vector B is in direction of x. Clear about this? So what is its direction? Its direction theta is equal to 0. Okay. Now its two components. See, bx. How to find bx? Bx is equal to, it is b cos theta. What is value of b? B is 6 cos 0. What is value of cos 0? Yes, cos 0 is equal to, it is 1. So its answer is only 6 meter. Clear about this? Okay. Next one is by. By is equal to b sin theta. By is equal to, it is b sin theta. So it is equal to 6 sin 0. And yes, what is value of sin 0? Yes, sin 0 is equal to 0. Then yes, it is C. Clear? Then see. First for vector A, find its component. For vector B, find its component. Now for vector C. Here it is. See. For vector C. Chalo, for vector C. Here it is. See, magnitude. It is easy. Okay, how to find magnitude? It is easy. Its magnitude C is equal to 4 meter. What is its direction? Its direction theta is equal to. See, here it is. See, it is in this direction. Yes or no? Yes. Or we can say it is in y direction. And yes, y direction is perpendicular to x direction. Clear about this? Or from figure you can identify easily. See, this vector C is perpendicular to x-axis. Means it makes angle 90 degree with x-axis. So here theta is equal to, it is 90. Clear about this? Okay. Then see, Cx is equal to C cos theta. What is value of C? Yes, it is 4. Okay, and here it is cos 90. Cos 90 means yes, it is 0. Okay, so yes, here it is. Okay, and now what is value of Cy? Cy is equal to C sin theta is equal to 4 sin 90. What is value of sin 90? 1. So your answer is 4. Clear? So first of all, if you are given 3 vectors, then find their components. Ax, Ay, Bx, By, Cx, Cy. Now see, there is one interesting result. Here it is. This vector B is in x direction. Then see, Bx is equal to having some value, but By is equal to 0. So remember, whenever any vector is in x direction, its y and z components are 0. Similarly, for vector C, see, vector C is in y direction. Yes or no? Vector C is in y direction. See, Cx is equal to 0 and Cy is equal to 4 meter. So remember, when any vector is in y direction, its x component will be 0. Clear? So you are given data in form of magnitude and direction. Find components of each and every vector Ax, Ay, Bx, By, Cx and Cy. Now we will find its resultant vector. See. Now for resultant vector, see, let Rx is x component. Rx is x component of resultant vector. Okay, then how to find Rx? Yes, you know equation. Rx is equal to Ax plus Bx plus Cx. Rx is equal to Ax plus Bx plus Cx. Okay, what is value of Ax? Here it is. Ax is equal to 8.66. 8.66 plus what is value of Bx? Bx is equal to, yes, it is 6, plus what is value of Cx? Cx is equal to, it is 0. It is 0. So is equal to 8.66 plus 6 is equal to, it is 14.66. Clear about this? Okay. Now similarly we can find Ry. Let Ry is y component. Ry is y component of resultant. Okay, then how to find Ry? Ry is equal to, what is equation? Ay plus By plus Cy is equal to, see what is value of Ay? Here it is, Ay is equal to 5 plus what is value of Vy? Here it is, Vy, it is 0. Yes, it is 0 plus Cy is 4. Okay, 5 plus 4 is equal to, okay, so it is value of Rx and Ry. Now, yes, you know what is Rx, you know what is Ry. Then how to write resultant vector? See, you can write resultant vector R is equal to Rxi plus Ryj is equal to, what is value of Rx? 14.66 I caret plus what is value of Ry? It is 9 j caret. Clear? Now once you write any vector like in this form, R is equal to 14.66 I caret plus 9 j caret, means in terms of components, you can easily find its magnitude and direction. How to find magnitude? Again, method is repeated. See, how to find its magnitude. Magnitude of resultant vector R is equal to under root Rx square plus Ry square is equal to under root 14.66 square plus 9 square. If you calculate this, you will get your answer 17.2. Clear about this? Okay, so it is how to find magnitude of any vector. Clear? How to find its direction? Direction of R. Yes, direction of R. Tan theta is equal to Ry upon Rx. Ry upon Rx. And Ry upon Rx is equal to, it is 9 upon 14.66 is equal to, it is 0.6139. It is 0.6139. Then its direction theta is equal to tan inverse 0.6139. Now don't worry. Okay, yes, you have to find angle from table. Okay, we will take one lecture, only one lecture to find angle from this given value. Okay, but yes, you can write this answer, it is right. Up to this, it is right. Okay, now you have one question as homework. In this question, you are given 3 vectors. But see, in homework, again, question is same. Add vectors A and B. You are given 2 vectors. And yes, only this figure. Only this figure. Now you have to identify. Okay, how many vectors are given? What is magnitude and what is direction? Method is same. First of all, identify numbers of vector, their magnitude, their direction. Find their components, find Rx and Ry, then write resultant vector, then find its magnitude and direction. Clear about this? So yes, you have to solve this question. Good morning, students. In last lecture, we have discussed about what is vector addition with analytical method or algebraic method. Now you will see what is vector subtraction. See, it is easy vector subtraction. Okay, we will not follow the same whole method. Okay, what is conclusion? See, here it is. If we have 2 vectors, let 2 vectors A and B, obviously A for us it is AXI plus ayj, and vector b, it is bxi plus byj. Okay, and we want to find their subtraction. So we are assuming that R is resultant. R is resultant of A minus B. R is resultant of A minus B. Okay, then R is equal to A minus B. I can write this as R is equal to Rxi plus Ryj, where Rx is equal to Ax minus Bx. Yes, we have proved this thing for addition. Similar method you can adopt to find subtraction. Rx is equal to Ax minus Bx, because we have to find A minus B. Because we have to find A minus B. Clear about this? Clear about this? Okay. So Rx is equal to it is Ax minus Bx. Rx is equal to it is Ax minus Bx. Similarly, what is Ry? Ry is equal to it is Ay minus By. Clear? Okay. Now see, again it is clear. Okay. If we take one example, then it will be easy for you. See, let we take one example. A is equal to 6i caret plus 8j caret. And vector B is equal to 3i caret plus 3j caret. Then how to find A minus B? Then how to find A minus B? Okay, see, A minus B. A minus B. It is simple. Ax, Bx. It is Ax and it is Bx. Then what is Rx is equal to Ax minus Bx? Means 6i minus 3i. 6i minus 3i. It will be 3i. Clear about this? Clear about this? Then what about y component? Ry is equal to Ay minus By. Ry is equal to Ay minus By. 8 minus 3 means it is 5j. Simple. Over. It is subtraction of factor. Now you know how to find its magnitude and direction. How to find its magnitude and direction. Yes, find magnitude, only magnitude. Okay, find only magnitude of this 3i plus 5j, of this 3i plus 5j, and write your answer in comment box. Okay, now next, components of vector in different quadrants. Now what is meaning of this? Components of vectors in different quadrants. See, yes, it is important topic. Okay, how to resolve any vector into perpendicular components. Okay, if vectors are given in different direction. See, first of all, here it is. X-axis minus x-axis, y-axis minus y-axis. Okay, now origin. If vector A is given like this, it is vector A. Let its magnitude is 10. Its magnitude is 10, and it makes angle 45 degree. It makes angle 45 degree with positive x-axis. Okay, then how to resolve this vector A into components? How to resolve this vector A into components? Yes, we know method. Okay, but we will not follow the same method again and again. Okay, first of all, you have to draw vector. From vectors head and tail, you have to draw projections on x and y axis. On x and y axis, like this. See, if it is vector A, its projection on x-axis, its projection on y-axis. So it is x component of vector. It is x component of vector, that is Ax, and it is y component of vector. Y component of vector A means it is Ay. Clear about this? Clear about this? Now see, Ax is in positive x direction. Ay is in positive y direction. Okay. Yes or no? Yes. Okay, first of all, I will find what is value of Ax and Ay. See, here it is. Ax is equal to A cos 45. 10 cos 45 means it is 1 upon root 2. So is equal to, it is 10 upon root 2. I can also write this as 10 means 5 into 2 upon root 2. So is equal to, it is 5, because what is meaning of this 2? This 2 means root 2 into root 2. Clear about this? Okay, so again, ax is equal to a cos 45. 10 into cos 45 means 1 upon root 2. 10 upon root 2. 10 means 5 into 2 upon root 2. This 2 means root 2 into root 2. So yes, one root 2 cut, another root 2 cut. So your answer is, it is 5. Similarly, if you find ay, it is a sin 45 and is equal to, it is 10 into 1 upon root 2. Yes, your answer will be same. It is 5. This 5. Clear about this? So now, how to write this vector A? How to write this vector A? See, vector A, its x component is in positive x direction. Its y component is in positive y direction. Then I can write this vector A as A is equal to 5 root 2 I caret. Ax is equal to 5 root 2. And it is in positive x direction, so it is I caret. Plus 5 root 2 j caret. Because this y component is along y direction. Clear about this? Clear about this? Okay. Now I am taking another vector. See, if it is vector B, and it makes angle 45 degree with negative x-axis. It makes angle 45 degree with negative x-axis. Yes, you have to follow your method. Yes, you have to follow your method. If it is vector B, okay, in this direction, B makes angle 45 degree with negative x-axis, then how to resolve this vector? Draw perpendiculars from head and tail on x and y axis. Okay, if you draw perpendiculars from head on x axis, here it is. Okay, and if you draw perpendicular on y axis, here it is. Okay, then what is x component of vector B? Yes, it is x component of vector B. It is x component of vector B in this direction. It is bx. It is bx. What is y component of vector B? See, from here, projection here. So it is, yes, it is y component of vector B. It is by. Clear about this? Okay. So when vector B is in this second quadrant, its x component is along minus x-axis, while its y component is along positive y direction. Clear about this? Okay, how to write this vector? See, again, bx is equal to b cos theta is equal to, what is magnitude of, okay, let magnitude of b is 10. Then how to find its x component? Bx is equal to b cos theta. Means what is value of b? Its value is 10. And cos, what angle makes it with this x-axis? It is 45 degree. So again 10 cos 45. You know what is value of 10 cos 45? Here it is. 10 cos 45. It will be 5 root 2. Yes, it will be 5 root 2. And similarly, if you find by is equal to b sin theta is equal to, it is 10 sin theta means sin 45, you will get your answer, it is 5. You will get your answer, it is 5. Clear about this? So yes, magnitude is same because I have taken 10 magnitude and this theta is same. But now how to write this vector? See, vector B, how to write? Vector B is equal to, okay, bx. What is value of bx? 5 root 2. What is value of bx? 5 root 2. But it is in which direction? Minus x-axis. Then how to write this? I can write this as minus 5 root 2 I caret. Clear about this? Clear about this? Yes, bx is in negative x direction. That's why I can write this minus 5 root 2 I caret. And what about this by? Yes, it is in positive y direction. Then y component is positive. It is 5 root 2 j caret. It is 5 root 2 j caret. So see what is difference between vector A and vector B. Vector A, it is resolved in two components. One in positive x direction, another in positive y direction. Both components positive. Vector B is resolved in two perpendicular components. One component in negative x direction, another in positive y direction. One negative and one positive. Clear about this? Clear about this? Clear? Okay. Now, if I say vector C, if I say vector C, let vector C, okay, let vector C, it is in this direction. Vector C, it is in this direction, okay, and yes, if this angle is 45 degree, this angle is 45 degree, then you have to resolve this vector C in two components. X component, here it is y component. Yes, it will be Cx. It will be Cx and it will be Cy. See, here it is. This is C vector. Its x component is in negative x direction. Its y component is in negative y direction. Okay, yes, magnitude is same. Suppose it is 10. Yes, then how can I write directly vector C? Okay, I can write vector C directly as vector C is equal to, magnitude will be same because 10 and angle it is same. Cx is equal to, yes, it is 5 root 2. Yes, it is 5 root 2, but it is in negative x direction, so it is minus 5 root 2 I caret. This y component is along negative y direction, then yes, it is minus 5 root 2 g caret. Clear about this? Clear about this? Hello students, you already know about quadrants. You know, in first quadrant, both components x and y, they are positive. In second quadrant, x component is negative and y component is positive. In third quadrant, both components are negative. And in fourth quadrant, yes, one component, that is x component, is positive and y component will be negative. Okay, so yes, for vectors, you have to use this concept of mass. Clear about this? Most important thing is, if vectors are given, then how to resolve their components. It is not always necessary that their components lie in positive x direction and positive y direction. It depends. It depends in which quadrant vector is given. Okay, if it is given in A direction, first quadrant, then yes, it is vector. If it is in second quadrant, then yes, it is vector. And see, this vector A, B, C, and also if I draw vector D, these all vectors are different vectors because their direction is different. Clear about this? Okay, so it is how to resolve vector in different quadrants. Okay, now if I draw a vector D in this fourth quadrant having magnitude 10, this angle 45 degree, then how to write vector D? Okay, give me your answer. Okay, and it is important thing. Revise your video, repeat your video to understand this concept. Okay, but if you have any doubt, then ask me doubt. Okay.